Hey y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. We are live right here in downtown Knoxville. And as those of you who are regulars know, we get a lot of folks from Knoxville on the show. We get a lot of folks from Nashville on the show and scattered around the country. This fella right here, he comes to us from Idaho. He's on the road. Y'all give a big welcome to Jay Carmichael.
Got myself in trouble on the internet again. Tried to speak the truth, but all I do is offend. And I guess I should not be surprised in a world that's believing all these lies. Everybody's looking for their truth. I think we might just miss the forest for some proof. How can I be gracious when we're headed back to war? And every word about it has all been sung before. And my legs are tired and my mind is sore. Ain't sure I got what it takes anymore. And I ain't even sure I ever had it before. And I'm so tired of all the damn lies. I know I probably shouldn't be surprised. Everybody's looking for their truth. I think we might just miss the forest for some proof. And I ain't ever been too good at walking in straight lines. I've got so many miles underneath these boots of mine. And everybody's wandering around just looking for the signs. I think we might be running out of time, out of time. I think we might be running out of time. Open up my Bible to my favorite book. This old world's filled with smoke. If you just take a look, and it's all been said a time or two. And maybe there ain't much that's left to do. I wanna be surprised by some truth. I don't wanna miss the forest for some proof. Don't let me miss the forest for some proof. Don't let me miss the forest for some proof. Finding somewhere else to start is just about the hardest part. No one seems to want to take that step. So it's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, pretending that we're right on track, deserving every consequence that's met. Man, I wonder if this is what we get. Man, I wonder if this is what we get. For all the different names for the same damn thing, call it destiny or eminent domain. It's all coming down at the bare that's too bad. We'll take half of everything you have, and we will not stop till the job is done. No, we won't stop till the job is done. No, we won't stop till the job is done. There ain't no use in just getting angry, 'cause every word I say will just be misconstrued. And it ain't like there's anybody listening. No, it ain't like there's much left we can do. So I'm finding somewhere else to start. If it hurts my head, if it breaks my heart, I swear to God I'm gonna take that step. Man, I swear to God I'm gonna take that step. Man, I swear to God I'm gonna take that step. Thank you.
That's Jay Carmichael on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Well, welcome to the show. It's your first time here.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and thanks for coming so far. You're traveling across the country, started out west and headed east. Tell us a little bit about your journey right now.
Well, I started out with a few shows in Idaho and kind of closer to home, and then went out to Montana for a little bit, and then to Wyoming and Colorado and the Dakotas, and eventually Wisconsin. Had one show near Sheboygan and a little town called Kohler, which is like basically Sheboygan, but it's a different town. And then drove to Nashville a few days ago, slept in my van for a couple of days because the road was kind of getting to me. I was like, I'm going to try and get some things done while I'm in Nashville. Maybe I'll like get some social media content made or something. No, I rested.
Just took a little break.
I took a little break.
All right.
So.
Well, I understand. Well, hey, tell us a little bit about that instrument you're playing, because those who are listening out in Radio Land, some people might be watching too, so they can see it, but
sure.
They might think you're just playing a slightly unusual sounding guitar, but that's not what it is. So talk about that.
Yeah,
for a second.
so I'm playing right now. I'm playing an alto mando, which is a mandola with an extra course. It's got a low F course on the bottom, and I've been a mandolin player for a long time, but as a songwriter who did a lot of solo shows, I didn't really know what to do with the mandolin as a songwriter doing solo shows. And so, because it works for a few songs, but it's very, very trebly, and you don't have a lot of like low end or depth.
It's not
or
so much a solo instrument, right?
Yeah, and so anyway, a few years ago I kind of started getting into octave mandolins, and then I found a guy in Virginia named Ralph Damon who makes these, and these are 5-course mandolins, basically. I've got one that's this alto mando, and then another that's a mandocello with a high E. So.
All right, well, cool. We'll hear that one in a few. Well, I got more questions for you, but maybe we share some more music, and I can ask you those a little bit
Sure,
later.
Maybe I'll pick up the cello for one or two.
All right, well, while you're picking that up, I'll just mention that people can keep up with your music at jcarmichaelmusic.com, and that's J, just the letter J, jcarmichaelmusic.com. You've got several recordings out there people can find. Tell us, where's the best place to find your music? Where do you point people?
I generally point people to Spotify, but Spotify recently pulled one of my albums down. Apparently I hired somebody to do some promotion for me, and they broke a rule. And so, yeah, and I don't even know what rule was actually broken. It's all very unfortunate. I'm kind of disappointed. But I'll
have it back up on Spotify shortly.
All right, but you got
But everything
else there, and everything is on other
yeah,
streaming
everything
platforms.
else is on all the
of
other
that.
streaming platforms.
Okay, well, very good.
Or just jcarmichaelmusic.com, and you can buy it directly from Bandcamp and
Well,
actually
that's the
give me
best
some
way,
money
right?
for it. That's cool.
That's the best thing for the artists.
This is a song I wrote back in March of 2020 when everything in the world was going crazy. But in Idaho, we had, for us, a very, very large earthquake right around that time too. And it happened in a part of the state that was called Shake Creek. And when it happened, I kind of was sitting there wondering if, you know, are we facing the end of the world? Like, what's going on? And so anyway, this song kind of came out of all that. This is called Shake Creek. Man, I bet you had some beautiful weather today. I bet the sun shone down at times like the month of May. But then the clouds rolled in and the rain sang you running for cover. Braced ourselves as if you're gonna give us another. Shake Creek, tell me that fire's burning deep. Tell me you're going back to sleep under those mountains buried. Felt the earth rumble round, and rumors of a bigger sound to come. And we are not at our journey's end, and we will not say that the day is done. But I don't believe everything I read, and I ain't quite so sure about the speed. Shake Creek, tell me that fire's burning deep. Tell me you're going back to sleep under those mountains buried deep. Shake Creek, tell me you're through with rolling stone. Breaking any bones, except the routine in our homes. I've prayed for days and days that this whole thing would just go away. With all this information, we ain't sure what to believe or what to say. But I don't believe everything I read, and I ain't quite so sure about the speed. And if it were me, I'd probably pump the brakes before we feel the whole earth start to shake, 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 shake Creek. Tell me that fire's burning deep. Tell me you're going back to sleep
accept the routine in our own. I'm not afraid of anything in this world. There's nothing you can throw at me that I haven't already heard. I'm just trying to find a decent melody, a song that I can sing in my own company. I never thought you were a darling, look at you. You gotta stand up straight, carry your own weight. These tears are going nowhere, maybe. You got to get yourself together. You got stuck in a moment, and you can't get out of it. Don't say that later will be better. Now you're stuck in a moment and you can't get out of it. I will not forsake the colors that you bring. The nights fill you with fireworks and they left you with nothing. I'm still enchanted by the light you brought to me. I listen through your ears, through your eyes I can see. You are such a fool to worry like you do. I know it's tough and you can never get enough, but when you don't really need now, my oh my, you got to get yourself together. You got stuck in a moment and you can't get out of it. Oh love, look at you now. You got yourself stuck in a moment and you can't get out of it. I was unconscious, half asleep. The water's warm till you discover how deep. I wasn't jumping for me, it was a fall. It's a long way down to nothing at all. You got to get yourself together. You got stuck in a moment and you can't get out of it. Don't say that later will be better. Now you're stuck in a moment and you can't get out of it. And if the night runs over and if the day won't last, and if our way should falter along this stony path, and if the night
It's Jay Carmichael on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. I can do my announcements now while you're switching instruments if you'd like.
Sure.
I'll just go ahead and do it now. So, need to thank some of the folks who make this possible. The WDVX Blue Plate Special is presented by Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria on Jackson Avenue in Knoxville's Old City, home of the Big Plate on Fridays. Coming up this Friday on the Big Plate, we've got Michael Reno Harrell and Eli Lofren. That should be a good one. All right. Additional support comes from Modelo Especial and Corona Extra. We also receive support from Visit Knoxville and from you, the listener. We are a listener-supported radio station, and August is Rescission Recovery Month here at WDVX. Your support is needed now to help us recover from the loss of previously approved grant funding due to the defunding of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. WDVX needs to raise $100,000 to replace these annual losses. Your support is appreciated now. You can donate on our website at wdvx.com/support. Or if you happen to be in the audience, you can drop a few dollars in the bucket of love there in the back as well. So, Jay, you've got some merch back there on the merch table.
Yeah.
Point that out to folks for sure.
Yeah, I've got a couple of koozies and stickers and a few CDs left and some T-shirts as well. So.
All right, very good. And you said you were working on some recordings as well, so folks can look for some new stuff.
Yeah, I've got some tracks that I recorded last fall and a little bit this summer over in Nashville, and in fact played one of them earlier. Probably will play at least one more. So.
Okay, very
Actually,
good.
no, I've already played two off of that. So.
All right. Well, now we're moving from the mandocello to a guitar song here.
Yeah, something a little more traditional, I guess.
All right, very, very nice guild you've got there.
Thank you.
For sure. All right, well, let's get to it.
All right. This song is called Once Met a Girl, which is a little bit dishonest because it's kind of about four girls. We having trouble with that signal? You want me to do a different one? Yeah. All right. Well, something is wrong with my guitar jack. So, let's see if I can pull that one off on the mandocello, since I started it.
Cool.
I don't know if I'll use this harp now. I once met a girl with the biggest eyes I had ever seen. We used to make love in that city by the sea. She would always talk about how she was headed east. So I went out there but never found myself at ease. I once met a girl who was a little bit too young. Had myself convinced that she just might have been the one. She would hold me tight and always beg me not to leave. But if I never tried, I'd probably never been at
right to hold you. I once kissed a girl whose very body did burn. From that single kiss, a priceless lesson I did learn. And all my friends told me she'd feel it, and when she did, she would come around. Though I'm sure she felt it, she never even sang me a single sound. And I had more than my fair share, and I've had more than a few. So I just don't think I've got the right to hold you. I once knew a girl, and she was from the desert land. And I was lucky then to even held her hand. But as my luck would go, I was not a perfect man. But I am grateful for every second we shared, and I would do it all again. And I've had more than my fair share, and I've had more than a few. So I just don't think I have got the right to hold you. Oh Lord, I've had more than my fair share. I've had more than a few. So I just don't think I've got the right to hold you.
I've only done that one time before, so that's cool. Sorry. Sorry to those in Radio Land. I just bumped my mic, and that probably hurt your ears. Pick up the alto for one or two. So I was teaching my kids to ride bikes. Is that coming through? I was teaching my kids to ride bikes, and my daughter, about the time she figured out how to do it without her training wheels, she was riding along, and she looks up at me, and she's like, "That's like a whole new level of life." I was like, okay, there's probably a song in there somewhere. Then I took it to Nashville, and I was told that it didn't make any sense, but it's okay. Well, that's a whole new level of life.
I guess that's just what you say. When you first learn how to ride, it probably wouldn't even matter what color the bike, 'cause it's a whole new level of life. That was the day that Mr. John Prine died, and every singer in the whole wide world probably just broke down and cried, singing, "Angel from Montgomery, help me spread my wings and make it over to the other side, to the other side, and a whole new level of life, to the other side." Man, I hope that I can ride. He was going just a little too fast, a little nervous about the truck that was about to roll on past, and he angled straight for the curb, and I'm pretty sure it scared him worse than it hurt. My son turned 6 when Justin Townes Earl died, and every singer in the whole wide world probably took a good look inside. Man, I've got my father's temper, but I've got my mama's eyes. Now could you help me make it over to the other side, to the other side, and a whole new level of light, to the other side. Singing, "Angel from Montgomery, help me spread my wings and make it over to the other side."
That's Jay Carmichael on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're going to get one more song here in a minute. Is this working? It's quieter than it was before if it's working. But at any rate, well, there I am. Oh, that was loud. That song made perfect sense to me. I mean, there's a whole branch of the Nashville songwriting world that just doesn't expect much from the listener.
Yep.
You know, that's the truth, right? But I like the songwriters where you have to put a little of yourself into understanding the song,
Sure,
you know?
yeah.
For sure. So anyway, I thought it was a perfectly reasonable song and a great song. I mean, meaning-wise, it was reasonable. It was like not so far out there. I was expecting it to be just like way crazy after you introduced it like that. Anyway, I enjoyed it. So we're going to wrap things up. Thank you all for hanging out with us here today in the Visitor Center. Thanks to everybody who is watching and listening out there. I want to remind you that you can keep up with Jay's music at jcarmichaelmusic.com. That's the letter J, carmichaelmusic.com. If you happen to be in Louisville tomorrow, he's playing. Where are you playing tomorrow in Louisville?
O'Shea's.
O'Shea's. And then you're over in Nashville the next day?
Nashville at Star Rover Sound on Friday. Yep.
Okay, and you can keep up with all of that on the website. I hope you all who are here in the audience will stick around and make them feel welcome. Go visit them over by the merch table, and let's get that one more song.
All right. Well, I haven't decided for sure yet whether the song is called Dumb Idea or On the Road. Obviously, Willie Nelson already wrote On the Road. We don't need another song about being on the road, but I wrote this song, so here it is.
I've made mistakes that I may never live down. I'm pretty sure I should have never come back to this town. Most days I wish that I hadn't. $3.99 for some gasoline. Man, I hope this engine's burning green, as if it's some kind of magic. This is a really dumb idea. I ain't sure I like where we're going from here, but man, I miss singing these songs. And maybe I was doing it wrong. Maybe I ought to try again. Maybe I can outrun my sins. Maybe Jesus is coming back. Maybe I'll have a heart attack. I miss doing it with all my friends, but I'm out here on the road again. Some people say that you can always go home. I'm pretty sure that some souls are bound to roam. They just ain't made for the static, or Marlboros and a 9 to 5. Choke yourself to death to keep yourself alive, as if it's some kind of habit. Man, I'm getting off of this wheel. I ain't even sure anymore if any of this is real. But man, I missed singing these songs. And maybe I was doing it wrong. Maybe I ought to try again. Maybe I can outrun my sins. Maybe I'll turn to salt and look back. Maybe Jesus will save me from that. Round and round the tires spin, and I'm out here on the road again. Man, I missed singing these songs, and maybe I was doing it wrong. Maybe I ought to try again. Maybe I can't outrun my sins. Maybe Jesus will help me out. Maybe he'll take away all of my doubts. Some days I really want to go home. It's rough doing it on my own, and I miss doing it with all my friends. But I'm out here on the road again. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate it.
That's Jay Carmichael on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Hope you'll join us next time for more real live music. But right now, I'm going to send it back into the studio.